So there's been reports of a record number of immigrants coming to Canada. And this year alone, there's been 431,645 new immigrants. But they're not staying. What we're also seeing is a surge in the amount of immigrants that are leaving Canada. And it has jumped up to between 30 and 40%. Why is that? Take a look.
The reasons are not surprising. Everything from housing affordability and inflation to healthcare challenges and fair credential recognition.
When they come to Canada, if there are speed bumps along the way for foreign credential recognition, that's definitely presenting some challenges for those professionals to stay.
I am pleased to introduce the International Credential Recognition Act.
Late last month, the provincial government took steps to address this, introducing legislation that would require regulatory bodies to remove unfair barriers in 29 professions.
From veterinarians and paramedics to social workers and engineers and teachers.
We need to actually be open to the idea that immigrants can contribute here. And if we can do that, then we can really make the most of those contributions. That's how Canada's prosperity has been built over centuries. And that's how our prosperity will be maintained in the future. But not if people don't stay.
So you've heard some of the reasons why immigrants are jumping ship and leaving Canada. We heard about housing. We heard about inflation. We heard about healthcare. We heard about the fair credential recognition. And all of those categories, there is one word that's linked to all of them as well, and that is racism. We have had nothing but discrimination when it comes to housing, even trying to rent a place. Aside from the fact that the rental rates, and I'm just going to talk about Ontario, are on average, if you want to get a one-bedroom apartment, you're looking at least $1,600 a month plus utilities, and that's on average. Then it just goes up if you want a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom. Buying a home, you need to put at least 25% down. I am told it actually has to be more now. And then the mortgage rates. And with that, if you are a Black person and you want to rent any of those wonderful apartments that are up in those ranges, oftentimes when you show up to see these places, you're turned away and you're not really given a reason, which we all know what the reason is. Same goes for when you're trying to purchase a home. There are many, many reports of Black people trying to apply for a mortgage for a home and getting turned down, even though they can afford it, they have the money, they've got the careers, their salaries align, yet they will be turned away. And the taxes that you have to pay as well. It's absolutely asinine how much it costs here, and on a single income, it is absolutely virtually impossible. Most people need to have at least 2 jobs if there isn't a 2 income coming into the household. It's very difficult. Inflation, things are just going up, but not our salaries. Cost of living keeps going up. Our salaries aren't matching that. And then we talk about racism that we face in our places of employment. So racism's linked to that as well. And then we talk about fair credential recognition. Well, you have doctors, engineers, lawyers that come from places like Africa and the Caribbean. And when they come here, you'll see them driving taxis or, being a bus driver or a delivery driver and, blue collar jobs. No shade against those jobs. It's just, this is not what they are trained and skilled to do, but they have to come here. And when they do come here, they've got to start from the bottom. And it's almost like they have to re-educate themselves before they can even be considered for what they left their country to do. So racism's linked to that as well. Okay, so now the government is scrambling to put together a legislation that, as you heard, in 29 professions, to, admonish the fair trade credential. rule, if you will. And they're saying that that won't be implemented until this summer. Well, I don't know that that's going to stop the surge of immigrants that are leaving, because at the end of the day, we still are suffering, and we still have to fight for the positions that we're in. We still have to work twice as hard to earn our right at these tables and in these positions and in these careers. So at the end of the day, if there's an opportunity to come here, get schooling, or whatever it is our main objective is for leaving our countries, I encourage us to say bye-bye Canada, because at the end of the day, the discrimination is not going to improve. We will always have to be fighting for our rights. So let's go. Let's get out of here. And, we're constantly told on a regular basis that we should go back to where we came from. So you know what? We are doing that. So thank you. Sorry, Canadian government, but no. Let me know what you all think about this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, EA Public Relations, where I report on all things Black-owned across Ontario and Canada. Until next time, please be safe, everyone. Peace be.